Hello, Utah-Idaho Southern Baptist Convention. My name is Bobby Wood, and I'm the Send Network Director for the Utah-Idaho Southern Baptist Convention. And I'm also the Send City Missionary for Salt Lake City, working with the North American Mission Board. Our church planting team, Mike Palmer, who's the church planting leader, Richard Duggar and Michael Cooper, who are the church planting catalysts for Utah and Idaho. We make up your church planting team here in Utah and Idaho, and we're happy to assist you in your church planting journey. 2022 has been an awesome year where we've seen God do some great things, and we're looking forward to an even greater year in 2023. If you have more questions, I encourage you to look at the book of reports and read the full report on the church planting this last year in church planting in Utah and Idaho, and also what's coming up in 2023. And feel free to grab one of us at the convention, talk to us, ask questions. We'd be happy to help answer any questions you have. But I want to share a couple of highlights with you. To start off with, I just hope you realize just what God has been doing in the last 10 years in Utah and Idaho. I mean, even if you look around the room, you're going to notice lots of new faces, and many of those are churches that have been planted in the last 10 years. Many of those guys that you see serve along the executive board, or they serve in various committees in Utah-Idaho Southern Baptist Convention, and they play an active role in the daily in and out of what happens here in our two-state convention. That's an awesome praise. On top of that, we've seen so many baptisms and so many new leaders and so many new potential church plants that God, I think, is just starting to reveal to us what He wants to do in our two-state convention. That's a really cool thing. This past year, in 2022 and ongoing to 2023, we have about 11 churches that have either already launched or will launch by the end of 2023. We're super excited about what God's doing throughout all of Utah and Idaho. One specific area that's really just an amazing thing is the Spanish work that's happening specifically in the Salt Lake City area. There's a new kind of division of NAM called Send Espanol that's planting Spanish-speaking churches. And we've got several who are trying to tackle the problem of second-generation Spanish speakers and reaching those for the gospel. On top of that, in Idaho, we had 27 baptisms, and in Salt Lake City, we had 55 baptisms. That's awesome. Over 80 baptisms in Utah and Idaho among church plants this last year. Praise God. On top of that, in Salt Lake City, we had 30 students, college students from all across America, come to Salt Lake City, be spread out among 5 different cohorts, 5 different churches, and do evangelism and disciple making in the area. Next year, I'm excited to report that Boise will also be expanded in Gen Send, and we'll have a cohort in the Boise area. Again, there's so many great things happening in Utah and Idaho. Thank you for allowing me the privilege to serve you. And I hope that as time goes on, we continue to see what God does here and plant more churches that are multiplying, that are centered on the gospel, that are Bible preaching to reach our culture that is lost without Christ. Join me in praying and join me in partnering in the work of the gospel here in our two-state convention.